Good morning, everybody. Um, we're going to be doing a nice basic fundamental Pilates class this morning. Hope you are all good. Sometimes we just need the basics to just, lubricate the joints, get the muscles going, do some deep breathing, just to get the system going, and perhaps just to calm the body down and not get us all wound up tight for the day, but relaxed and ready to take it on. Okay, so when you're ready, you can grab your mat. um, Find yourself a little bit of space where you can move around, and yeah, get into your own zone for the next 30 to 40 minutes. And we're just going to be going through some nice basic Pilates moves to get you started for the day. Okay, ready? Okay, awesome. So let's start with, as we always do, with a couple of breaths. And as you start thinking of what you're about to do in your practice, your Pilates, you're going to spread your toes on the floor. I want you to try and just ground yourself through each toe pad and through the arch of the foot and the heel. Feel the earth underneath you. We start with the fist width apart, anatomically aligned position with the feet just underneath the sitting bones. Okay, so fist width apart, sitting bones are only about a fist width apart, and that's where we align our feet. We soften the knees, stand up nice and tall, lengthen the collarbones, pull the shoulder blades back and down. Become aware of the ribs hugging in around the trunk. And if I look at you from the side, I should see a line from your ear to your shoulder to your hip, all the way down through to your knee and your ankle. That's your plumb line, your center line. So once you have all of those bits, I want you to take a nice big inhale as you stand tall. Through the nose, as we always do, lateral expansion of the rib cage. On an exhale, we close and hug the ribs in around the trunk. We blow the air out through the mouth as we do in our Pilates breathing. Take a breath in through the nose. Nice inhalation and exhalation through the mouth. Feeling that knitting and hugging in of the rib cage. Long breath out. In through the nose again. Try not to breathe into the neck and shoulders. Breathe into the side. Expand those ribs. Exhale through the mouth. Bring out the lungs. The ribs hug in and down. The diaphragm lifts up. And we go inhale, breathe in, sideways breathing in, exhale through the mouth. And as you start doing your breathing, you should start feeling just a little bit more connected through your center, a little bit more calmer because of the nice big inhalations and exhalations. And let's do one more to get ourselves going. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Breathing, of course, a very important part of our Pilates technique. Big exhale, each movement taking on a breathing sequence. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to start rolling the shoulders, getting the shoulder joints warmed up. Inhale, exhale. I always like to start with these. I think it's just a nice way to get you started and moving. Most of us work at desks, so we generally have some tension through the neck and the shoulders. So just moving them helps a lot. We do about 10 of those and reverse, going back and forward. 1 and 2. Big exhale. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 9. Last one. 10. We're going to drop our ear to the shoulder, stretching the side of the neck. Keep those collarbones long. And back to center. I always like to start with these. Kind of a routine of mine, just getting some space between the ear and the shoulder. And we go 3 and center, and we go 4 and center. Let's go chin to chest, stretching the nape of the neck. As you do that, draw the shoulder blades down the back and nose to sky up. And we go chin towards the chest. As we lift the nose to the sky, try and just support your neck. Don't just throw your head back. Gently lift the nose to the sky. It's like you're holding a small apple at the base of your skull. just to keep the neck muscles supported. Okay, one more up and down. And we're going to go over the shoulders, stretching the side of the neck. Okay, collarbone still long, feeling those ribs still working, rugging in around the trunk, supporting the back, that we don't have a hyperextension in the lower back. Back to center, over to the other side, and back to center. And we go right side and center, and we go left side. Should be doing 3 on each side, 6 in total. Now we're going to do a roll down, one of the fundamental things we always do in Pilates. So find your space, chin towards the chest, heavy head, neck, and shoulders, going all the way down to the floor. Okay, taking a breath in and a breath out as we roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way to the top. We go inhale, we go exhale, rolling down, heavy head, neck, and shoulders, all the way to the floor. And inhale, big exhale to roll up. Vertebra by vertebra, tuck the tail underneath you, coming all the way to the top. And we go inhale, exhale, chin towards the chest, heavy head, neck, and shoulders, all the way down to the floor. This time I want you to bend and stretch your legs. Exhale, stretch, inhale, bend. Exhale, fold the forehead towards the knees. 3. Exhale, 4. Opening up those hamstrings. 5, 6. Try and keep your hands on the floor when you do this. Not just lifting them away. Try and stay close to the floor. You stretch your legs accordingly as much as they can. 9, and we go 10. We soften one knee, stretch the other leg. So you're pushing into the side of the one hip and then pushing into the side of the other hip. 2, 3, loosening up through the hip joints, loosening up that lower back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we soften both knees. Tuck your tail underneath you, lift through your belly, connection in the tummy, and all the way to the top. Taking a breath in for me again. We're going to roll down, heavy head, neck, and shoulders, connection in the tummy. From here, we're going to take the right leg just slightly forward in front of the left. You can bend your knees if your hamstrings are tight. And what you're going to do is just rock forward from the front leg to the back leg. From the front leg to the back leg. 2. Lots of tummy connection. 3. And we go. Exhale, 4. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Just kind of feeling the weight into the back of the heel on the back and to the front heel. 6. And we go. 7. And we go. 8. And we go. 9. And we go 10. Then we're going to try and straighten the legs as best you can, as best you can. Okay, so do your best, opening up your shoulders. And we're going to keep those legs as straight as we can. Imagine having a dog's tail, so your coccyx is an extension, and you've got your tail stretching out to the back. And you're going to wag your tail like you're a happy dog. You're going to go right to left. Right, we're just loosening up the lower back. If this is too much for you, on straight legs, bend your knees and do the same thing. 4, feeling some space on each side of the hip joints. 8, 9, kind of a nice fun move, moving through those sides. Often forget about our sides. There we go, good. Now we're going to go straighten the legs out as best you can. We're going to lengthen the arms up. So if this is too much for straight legs for you, bend your knees. You can do the same thing on bent knees. Reaching the arms out to the front. Exhale. And inhale to the floor. Oh, same thing on bent knees if you need to. Exhale. Try and keep your heels down as best you can. Exhale 3. Decide which one you're doing. Straight legs or bent legs. And then continue with that. Elongate the spine. Feel like your spine has 2 straight lines. You know the muscles on the spine. I call them the fillets of the spine. Straight lines going forward and fingertips to the floor, reaching out. And if you're feeling your back getting tired, that is not a bad thing. You are working through the back muscles to reach those arms out. 9, last one, you hold me up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach arms to the floor, step right leg back in line with left. Soften the knees, roll the spine. And you should feel a little bit warmer through the hips and the back. And we're going to do the same with the other leg, rolling down. Heavy head, neck, and shoulders. If you were doing the same as me, you will now have your left leg slightly to the front and soften the knees, bend them if you need to, or straighten them if that's available to you today. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back, pressing through the heels. You might feel slight more tightness on the one side. I'm feeling that, excuse me, on my ankle. So just lubricate through that joint of the heel bone, pressing down through the heel, allowing the Achilles and the soleus muscles to stretch. We're doing 10 of these. Once we've done our 10th one, you can continue with either bent or straight legs, tailbone side to side, like you're swinging one side and other side, stretching through the side of the body. It's actually a stretch for those QL muscles, keeping the connection in the tummy. Here we go. Sorry, guys. That's it. Side to side, feeling belly button drawing to the spine as we do that. Okay, so we've got 10 of those. Then we're going to straighten the legs if we can. Continue with bent knees, and that's the only thing you can do for today. Reach those arms out, fillets of the spine elongating. Inhale, just as good to do with bent knees. Exhale up, inhale down, and reach 3, and down. Elongate those fillets of the spine. 4, and we go. Exhale, 5, navel drawing up against the back. 6, and we go. Exhale, 7, and shoulders wide, arms slightly apart. 8, and we go. 9. Last one, you're going to hold that last one for me. 10 counts, 9 counts, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms count down. Soften the knees, legs in line with each other. Tuck the tail and roll the spine all the way up to the top. Okay, good. We're going to roll down again. Heavy head, neck and shoulders. This time we walk out to hands and knees. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Keep the connection in the tummy. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to do a cat stretch. Press the shins into the floor. Tuck the toes under. I want you to scoop through the lower belly. So our cat stretch always starting from the tailbone going down to the floor. Deepen one vertebra at a time, all the way up through the neck and shoulders. And we go, taking the tail to the back up. One vertebra at a time, energy through the crown of the head. Lift the tummy up against the spine. And we go, tuck the tail, tailbone down to the floor, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to the sky. Heavy head, neck, and shoulders. And we go, tailbone back, chest forward, lots of abdominals. So be careful here that we're not hanging into that back, hanging through the tummy. You've got to lift, elevate through your tummy, lift out of your shoulders. It's an active stretch, a cat stretch, not just hanging. The bones are in a aligned position and the muscles molding around those bones. So your core is very much part of the cat stretch. Remember, stretching involves the core, and that's how we keep ourselves injury free. We do stretching without actually aligning and taking our core activation into consideration. We putting ourselves at risks of overstretching or getting into positions that will not be comfortable for your body. Tipping the tailbone up. And chest forward, lots of tummy muscles. Let's do 2 more. Tuck the tail. Always start your cat stretch from your tailbone. It's like a chain reaction from the tailbone, ripple effect through the rest of the spine, all the way up, energy through the crown of the head. And then you're going to finish with a tabletop back, like you're balancing your cup of morning tea or coffee on your back, keeping that connection in the tummy. I want you to now lift your bring your feet together. First of all, bring your knees together. I want you to lift your knees up just off the floor. Keep the connection in the tummy. We're going to do what we call a shoulder shrug, retracting into the shoulder joints, protracting, flattening. So if you think of this movement, it is your scapula, these bones on your back, wing muscles or wing bones. You bring them in towards each other and away from each other. Okay, and that creates the feeling of sinking through the blades and away, creating space through those postural muscles in the upper mid back. Nice little exercise to just get your upper core going. Is your shoulder girdle, which is part of your core. Lift out of your wrists. We've done 10. You can lower the knees down. Okay, good. So you should be feeling warmer through the shoulder. It is not a push-up. It's a movement through your shoulder joint. Okay. Lift out of your wrist. Of course, if we have our weight on our wrist, we are going to feel a bit of pressure. It's a tiny joint that's holding the whole upper body weight. So how do we try and alleviate the tension through the wrist? By using all the muscles that you have. You've got all these bigger muscles at the top here, all the way into your back, your scapula, your upper shoulder girdle. So use them to support the wrist. Don't let your whole weight just fall into the wrist. That's where we go wrong. You should feel like a gecko. Gecko, you know, it's got the little suckers underneath their paws, and that's how they go up a wall. But if you think of stacking your arch of your, not your arch, your pad of your heel of your hand up and lifting your weight out of your wrist, using all your muscles to lift up, it should feel easier on the wrist instead of just hanging into those poor wrists. So it's actively pushing and lifting and sucking your palm of your hand up, and feel if it makes a difference for you. Helps me definitely. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more sets of those shoulder shrugs. Lift the knees up, knees together. We go 1 and 2. 3, try not to poke your chin out. 4, keep your energy through crown of the head, head in line with the spine. Move your shoulder blades instead. 10, squeeze the inner thighs and lower down. 1 more round. Take a breath in. We go. Exhale, lift the knees off. We go. 1 and 2 and 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. And releasing. You want to do a little stretch for your wrist. Tuck your wrists in. Open up the top of the wrist into an extension there. Just to stretch them out. Good. Then we're going to come back up. Same thing. Lifting the knees off the floor. Slightly different exercise. You're going to swing your knees like a pendulum side to side. So when you do that, I want you to make sure that you're feeling your lower abdominals. You've got to squeeze your knees together, stuck through those glutes to make the exercise effective. Otherwise, you're just going to be swinging your knees. So economical exercise, quality over quantity. Always think, what are you trying to achieve with each movement instead of just kind of redundantly repeating a movement without consciousness. So get yourself inside your body, get yourself mind-body connection correct, and then you're going to feel the work. Okay, so lifting your knees off the floor, opening up the shoulders, squeeze those knees together, squeeze coin between the bum cheeks, and both legs move together like a pendulum, side to side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to center. You've got to get that swinging sensation going as you do this, okay, through the side of the core. Okay, let's try third set. Up with the knees. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And relax. Good. Now we're going to go. From there, you can do another little stretch if you need to. From there, we're going to lift the bum cheeks to the sky. We're going to go. Bend knees, bum cheeks to sky. and bring it down. This feels uncomfortable on your chest or your belly. You can also take your legs much wider, give yourself space and room. Exhale, inhale back and down. Exhale up and back and down. Your lower back side, the wide one feels quite nice actually. And we go 3 and down, wide shoulders on your back. Open up the neck, lift out of the wrist. 4 and back. And we go. Exhale, 5 and back. Try and make a straight line from your ear to your shoulders to your hips. And down. And we go. Exhale. And down. What are we on? 8. 8-ish, I always say. My counting is terrible. Most days. Last one. And exhale. And back to the middle. Okay, good. So we've done 3 different exercises. We're going to do 2 more rounds of these pike lifts, and then we're going to combine all those 3 exercises. The shoulder shrugs, the knee pendulum swing, and then the bum cheeks high, pyramid, and back to all fours. So pyramid, all back to all fours. Let's do 2 more sets of this. Exhale and inhale, big breath out. And inhale, strong arms, 3. And out, and we go 4. Lots of abdominal connection. And 5. And down. Exhale, 6. And down. Exhale, 7. Big exhale. 8. Inhale, exhale, 9. Inhale, exhale, 10. Good. Remember your breaths. Okay, watch those shoulders. Tummy tight. Heels pushing away and down. Last 8. Okay, we go. Exhale. And inhale, exhale, 2. Wide shoulders, 3. Tailbone high, 4. And we go. Connect tummy, 5. And we go lifting out of your wrist, 6. Stretch that tail high, 7. And we go. 8. And we go. 9. Last one, we go. 10. Might even feel your legs a little bit there after 10 of those 3 sets. Right, okay. So where did we start our whole sequence? We did our shoulder shrugs first. So we're going to combine all of this. Okay. We're going to do 4 shoulder shrugs. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pendulum swings. 2, 3, 4. 4 pyramids. And plank. Pyramid. And plank, connecting tummy. Bend knees. And we go. Last one. So you can adjust your feet wider if you feel that's more comfortable. And we start again. Shoulder shrugs. 2, 3, 4. Pendulum swing. 2, 3, 4. Feel the waist working down, up. And 2. And 3. I can feel my legs working here. 4. There we go. 3rd round. Shoulder shrugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pendulum swing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we go bum cheeks high. And forward. 2. Wide legs if you need to do these wide legs. And 4. And down. Resting the knees. Tailbone to the heels, forehead to the floor. Nice and simple. But if you think of your form, of what you actually trying to achieve in each exercise, that's what makes your exercise effective. Mind over matter, mind-body connection. Okay, good. So you should be feeling a little bit warmer. Let's just reach our arms overhead and we're going to circle the wrists. Loosen them up. We have done a few things on the wrist, so they do get tired. It's normal that they get tired. They've been carrying your body weight. But the idea is that they are working with other muscles and joints as well. So in all, it's strengthening the whole shoulder girdle up into the arms. Okay, good. Let's get into a little bit of core work. nice and tall in your back, opening up your shoulders, and you bring your knees and your inner thigh together. First, I want you to be aware of where your hips are. You're not sitting behind your hips, you're sitting on top of your sitting bones. Get yourself there. And if this is too much for you, your hip flexors don't like it, you're pregnant, belly is a little bit in the way, always take the legs a little bit wider out. Give yourself space, room for your body to move, what your body needs on the day. Okay, so there's always modifications in exercises that you can adapt or do to accommodate where you are today. Okay, so we're going to go from there. Stretching through the spine, hips in line with shoulders, in line with ear, energy through crown of the head, hands holding the backs of the legs. You're going to think of your coccyx as tipping slightly forward underneath you, and you're going to lean back through your mid-lower back. Exhaling as we do that. As you do that, feel the connection through your lower abs. Take a breath in. Exhale to curl up. Energy through the crown of the head. As you come to the top, opening up your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhaling. As we do this, we're not losing length in the spine. So it's the feeling of being suspended from the crown of your head. Imagine a puppet string pulling up through the crown of your head to the sky. And you're keeping that length, like your spine is in traction and coming up. So the difference is that you're not going and back. It's not that. You're creating and maintaining the integrity of the spine by lengthening and activating those muscles running through the vertebra, multifidus muscles, supraspinalis muscles. So we're going to go tipping the tailbone under. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Feel the connection in the tummy. Keep the length in the spine and exhale. And automatically, when you keep that integrity of your movement and alignment, the exercise becomes much harder to do because you're trying to get the muscles to talk to each other and work together to do the movement, not just mindlessly moving the joints and the muscles. Inhale, big exhale, tuck the tail, scoop deep and connect, open up the shoulders and the neck, squeeze the glutes. 3. Inhale, big exhale to curl up and lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale, big exhale, tip the coccyx underneath you, energy through crown of the head. 4, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, and we go exhale. Let's add some arms. We go inhale, we go exhale. We're going to curl back and hold our curl. We're going to reach our arms out to the side. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Squeeze your glutes. 3. Lift the pelvic floor. 4. Navel towards the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. 5. And we go 6. And we go 7. Connection in abs. 8. And we go 9. And we go 10. Good. We continue if you can. Out, up, and forward. Close the ribs. Out, up, and forward. So when we close the ribs, we think of a rib over hip, navel to spine. Look at your tummy. If it's doming or puffing up forward, try and pull it in towards the spine. 4. Closer your tummy is to your spine, the better your back is supported, the less prone to injuring yourself you are. That's at 4. 5. Open shoulders, no tension in your neck. 6. 7. And 8. 2 more. 9. Breathe in and out as you go. Doesn't matter where, as long as you breathe. 10. Good. Now we're going to go. Arms go up and down. Only up and down. As those arms go up, feel the extra work you've got to do through those ribs, rib over hip. Arms in line with the ears and forward. Big exhale. 3. Tummy shaking. And we go 4. Squeeze the glutes. If your back's taking strain, come a little bit higher up so you don't feel too much of that. But it also means that you're probably not tightening your tummy enough if you're feeling this in your back. It's an abdominal exercise. Therefore, your back muscles is supporting the abdominals. It should not be straining. 9. And we go. Okay. Good work. We're going to roll ourselves all the way down to the tips of the shoulder blades. Squeeze inner thighs. Use your hands behind your legs if you need to. Close your ribs. Bring yourself up into a curl. Inhale. Big exhale. Tip the coccyx under. Squeeze the glutes. Tipping yourself down to your shoulder blades. Inhale. Big exhale. Curling up. Navel drawing to the spine. And up. Inhale. Big exhale. Curl. Squeeze deep and scoop. Connect shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. And up. Last one. Inhale. And we go exhale to the tips of the shoulder blades for me. And your hands are going to slide in behind the head. Adjust the legs closer to the bum cheeks. Okay. Take a rest if you need to, but continue if you can. Okay, so you're starting with your neutral pelvis. I'm assuming everybody knows what a neutral pelvis is, where your hip bones and your pubis lying in the same line. Anterior superior iliac spine, pubic bone in a horizontally flat line. Okay, so it's your natural curve of your spine, the position, default position that we work from in Pilates. If your back's not happy with that position or you haven't built the strength yet in that position, happy to do a little curl with the pelvis slightly tilted just to support your lower back. Okay, so we take a breath in our neutral, preferably, otherwise accommodate, modify according to your body and what your needs are on this day. Take a breath in. Big exhale, lift the chest up. Inhale goes higher, up with your chest and to the tips of the shoulder blades. So it's a double lift that you do. Take a breath in, exhale, lift the chest, inhale higher and to the tips of the shoulder blades. Inhale, big exhale, 3. Inhale higher and to the tips of the shoulder blades. And what you're looking at is those hips staying stable. Exhale 4, not moving through imprint and neutral. You've decided on a neutral, keep your neutral. That's where the real work is. So decided on an imprint, keep your imprint. And 4, you should be feeling this at the top of the ribs as well. Inhale. Heavy head into hands so your neck's not taking tension or strain. Heavy head relaxing to the hands, the elbows slightly forward, not out to the side because that strains your shoulders. Let your shoulders just relax for this one. Let the upper core do the work from the shoulder joints and up, not the neck. There we go. And what are we on? 6. Higher and lower. And 7. And higher and lower. And 8. And higher and lower. 2 more. And 9. Higher, lower. Yeah, hardly move, but I'm feeling this. 10. And we hold. And we're going to rotate to the right side. So keep your neutral if you can. Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself into the light a little bit more. Rotate to your right. Shoulder blades just touching the floor. Back through the center. Over to the other side. Shoulder blades just touching the floor. 2. Big exhale. 3. Big exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Connection in the abs. 6. And we go. 7. And we go. 8. And we go. 9. Last one. 10. Back to the middle. Hold in the center. High with the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Take your arms overhead and back. I'm sure you need that stretch just to make some space between the breastbone and the pubis. Lift the ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the ribs down. Lift the ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the ribs down. Last one. Lift the ribs. Inhale. And we drop the ribs down. There we go. Let's give our arms or the tummy a little bit of a rest. Connection in the abs. You're going to go into an imprint from the neutral and then curl the hips off the floor. 1 vertebra at a time. Reach the knees forward, away. Close the ribs. Take a breath in. Exhale to roll down. Work the back of the leg back to your neutral pelvic position. Inhale. We go. Exhale. Imprint, deepen, scoop, connect, peeling the vertebra off the floor. Reach the knees forward. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale to roll down. Top, back, middle, back, lower back, back to neutral. Two more. Inhale, big exhale. Imprint, deepen, scoop, connect. Sending those knees forward. Keeping connection through your core. A line from your knee, hip, shoulder. Keep that in mind. It makes a huge difference. Not arching the back. Inhale, exhale. Top, back, middle, back, lower back, back to neutral. Inhaling, we go. Exhaling, imprint, deepen, scoop, connect, rolling all the way up to the top. Close the ribs. We're going to pulse to the sky for 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to lift the right leg up to tabletop. Let's see if we can pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the hips steady as we change. Close those ribs. Use the glutes of the other leg coming up. We go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing the leg down. We take both our legs, going out, folding out, exhale, and inhale. So we're folding the feet out to the outer borders, big toes lifting off, and we're trying to keep the glutes high. Close the ribs. 3, and back in. Exhale, 4, and back in. Exhale, 5, connection through the abs. Exhale, 6, and we go. 7, and we go. 8, and we go. 9. Last one. Stay out with those knees. We pulse the pelvis to sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs back in. Inhaling. Exhaling to roll the spine down one vertebra at a time and to the floor. And slide in behind the head. We're going to send our legs straight and down. That's if you can do a roll up with straight legs. Otherwise, bend knees, please. If your back's not happy to do a straight-legged one. And you can accommodate or modify your hands accordingly as well. So you're going to try to come up with the hands behind the head. If you can't do that, take your arms forward, grab your legs, and roll up in this fashion. Okay? Take care of your body. Take accountability for your body. Mind over matter. Connect brain to body. Inhale, exhale. Rolling down. Tuck the tail. Scoop, deepen, connect. And all the way down to the tips of the shoulder blades. So more advanced version, your hands behind your head, a little bit harder on the tummy. You can try that. If you can, exhale, forehead towards the knees now. Feel the back staying in a rounded space shape. Inhale and exhale, rolling down. Opening up your shoulders. Going to do 4 of them, so choose which one is working for you and do 4 of those. Inhale, exhale. Tummy, tummy, tummy. Connection in the abs as we come over. C shape in the spine. Squeeze the glutes as you get to the top. We're not just sitting there. We're levitating and lifting through the seat. Inhale, exhale to roll back. Feel the vertebra one at a time, meeting the floor. Tips of the blades. Inhale, big exhale. 3. Inhale, big exhale to roll down. Opening shoulders, neck. And our last one, inhale, big exhale. 4. Connection in the abs. Yes. And from this one, we're going to sit up nice and tall to do some spinal stretching. Okay, hands behind the head. Flex the toes. We're going to lengthen. Feel the squeeze of the seat. We rotate one side. Exhale, exhale, back to center. And 3, 2, center. 4 to center, 5 to center, 6 to center, 7 and 8. Double pulse. The second pulse, you go deeper, feeling the work through the core. Last 2. Exhale, exhale, center. Exhale, exhale, center. We're going to separate the feet. Flex the toes still. You're going to reach over to the opposite leg. Okay, so you can also do if your hips feel very tight. I always find this sequence where we bend the knee on one side. It's just a little bit easier to do. Some people find it harder on their knees, so that might not be a preferable position. You can also bring your knee slightly forward if that's uncomfortable. Play with it. If it doesn't work, go back to your straight-legged version. You are going to feel your hips here, and then you're going to rotate to the opposite leg. Now I want you to dive to the baby toe, round back down, and then lift your chest up towards the sky. Try and keep both bum cheeks on the floor. Round back and up to the sky. Keep the connection the time you round back. Choose your version and do 10 of those. 4. I prefer this version because my hips always need a little bit of extra stretch. That's it. Diving and lifting. See that your spine goes through the different positions. As you go forward, it's a curved spine. As you come up, it's a chest forward, up, a lengthened spine. Going through that various movements really gets the core going. It's the spinal muscles going. 9. And last one. And we go 10. Good. Switching sides, other side. Your version that you were doing, do it on the other side, please. Don't do different versions on different sides. Sitting on both your bum cheeks if you can. Connection in the time you round back. And chest up. I always think of a dolphin going into the waters. Going down, round back dolphin. Bird into sky with the chest first up. Round back dolphin into water. Bird into sky, chest first. And where would we be without our analogies in Pilates? 4. Helps to feel what we're doing, to kind of visualize what you're trying to achieve. And it makes a difference in the quality of your movement and where your movements are initiated from. And 7. And 8. My 7. I say to my clients, my 7. Because my counting sucks. Last one. And coming all the way up. Awesome. Okay, both legs to the front. Let's open up the front of the shoulders a little bit. Mobility in the shoulder joints as well as strength work through that shoulder girdle. Imagine a coin between your shoulder blades. Modified version, you can do this with bent knees as well. So try both and see what works, what your body can cope with. Don't be scared of a challenge. If you're happy with a more advanced version, inhale, take an exhale, press the earth away with your hands, lift your hips up. Open shoulders, chest forward high, and we bring your hips down and back. More advanced version, straight legs, pressing up to open shoulders, inhale, touch the hips down. Big exhale, close the ribs. 2. Choose your version and go for it. Up to 8. 3. Connection in the tummy. And we go. Exhale, 4. Keeping the connection. And we go. Chest high. Eye line forward. Don't throw your head back. You're looking forward to where your wall meets your ceiling. 1 more. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. That's a hard one to do. But it's great for building strength in your upper mid back and also just mobility through those shoulder joints. We all the time we like this, walking around, reading, typing. So these muscles get tight. Pec muscles get tight inevitably. So getting them open and stretching out gets those back posture muscles to work and activate. And then these ones get a bit of a stretch going. It changes your posture as well because you walk up straighter. Important to keep the balance front of the body, back of the body. So that's what we were working on there. Side planks, guys. Bent knees, easier version, or like a beginner's version, knees together. I want you to try and get your knees in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders, this elbow directly underneath that shoulder joint. Lift the waistline up. We're going to connect the tummy. We breathe in, we breathe out, we lift. Okay? Side plank, easier version. Okay? More advanced version, you can straighten your top leg out, knees in line. See the line from your ear to your shoulder to your hip. Tuck your pelvis underneath you. You shouldn't feel this in your back. You should feel it in your sides and maybe your shoulders. And your bottom glute probably in this one. Exhale to lift. Okay, so I'm showing you the different versions and then you can decide what works for you today. Okay, straight-legged version. Full plank, side plank. Exhale. Height of the hip lifted a little bit higher and then bring yourself down. Working through the core. Inhale, big exhale. A little bit higher and down. 6 to 8 of them. Out of the shoulder joint. You are using your weight into your arm. So if your arm gets tired, that's part of the deal, guys. But try and work away from your neck by not sitting into your neck. Use your back. Use your side of your body. Up. Lift higher and down. Inhale, big exhale. Lift higher and down. Lots of connections to your abs. Remember, it's not the back. If your back's feeling strained, got to modify. Okay? Working the sides of the abdomen, obliques, abdominals. Be aware of what does not feel good and then adjust for your body. I think that's 8. Then we do one more for luck. And down. Okay, other side. Choose your poison. Which one did you start off with? Go back to that one so that you do even things, even reps, even muscle activation on both sides. You did this one or that one. Choose your poison. I decided to be brave and do the straight-legged one, so I need to do it on the side as well. Lift out of your shoulders, take a breath in, exhale. Lift higher and down. Inhale, big exhale. Lift higher and down. And we go. Exhale, 3. A little bit higher at the end of your range and down. Shoulder, with your shoulder, 4. Higher and down. And we go. 5. Higher and down. And we go. 6. Light and buoyant as you touch that hip down. Not plonk. Soft touch. And up. And down. Last one. Up. And down. And have a little breather. Good work. Okay. Last exercise for today, guys. Your back muscles, fillets of the spine, as I call them, down the back. Okay, so top to bottom, they run along the vertebra, and they're very important for supporting the skeletal structure. So we have to work on them, and we often forget to think about the muscles at the back of our body, but they're so important to keep our structure and to keep our posture correct, especially when we exercise as well. So don't forget about those. I would love doing them. Great. Probably one of the hardest exercises for my body to do, but I can't skip them because I need them. Actually great for my hips as well. Okay, so we're going to start with arms nice and simple on the side, squeezing the middle of your upper back, long legs at the back, floating the nose off the floor. Feel the hands pressing against the thighs. You might feel your arms as a little side benefit to the exercise. Back of the arms, the triceps, and then down. Keep the navel up against the spine. Energy through the crown of the head forward and lengthening, lengthening. We're not lifting, we're lengthening forward. We're tractioning the spine. And lowering down. Inhale. Exhale. Mid upper back. 3. And lower. And coin between the shoulder blades as we do this. Remember to lift the tummy away from the floor, pubis into the floor. If you're feeling excessive work in your lower back here, you're probably not using your tummy enough. So connect to that and then focus on it. Last one. I think it's the last one. Be aware of that upper mid back. Okay, you're going to circle your arms all the way to the front. All the way to the front. Float the legs up off the floor. You're going to send your right arm, left leg high. If this is too hard for you to do both arms off the floor, put your body down and just go right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg until you're a bit stronger. Decide what works for you. Exhale as we lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we hold 10 counts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands under shoulders, pushing your tailbone to your heels and your forehead to the floor. Relax those hips. Knees are wide, tummy resting between the knees. Good. And by the way, that exercise, if your tummy is in the way, if you're feeling uncomfortable lying on your tummy, if you're pregnant, getting into your second trimester, and that exercise for your back does not work, just physically it's uncomfortable for you. An alternative for that, perfect alternative for that, still working the back muscles, is reaching opposite arm to leg. And you can lift and lower, okay, just as an option to remember. Okay, lift and lower for 10. Same thing on the other side. We call it bird dog. Working through the sides of the body. So it's a version of a plank, really. But you still want to use your back muscles when you do that. Just as a modified version. Okay, guys. Okay. Done a lot of things today. And that's the idea of a Pilates class. It's not just focusing on one muscle, focusing on all the muscles in the body, working together, integrating your breath, your posture, your alignment, all of that. And I think we've covered all the basic stuff that you can get a decent full body workout. We're going to just cool ourselves down. So I want you to sit comfortably on your mat. Sitting bones on the floor, cross-legged, straight-legged, whatever works for your hips. You open up your shoulders nice and tall. Find both sitting bones on the floor. Close your eyes. Keep your posture in mind. We're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose. And hold your breath for a split second at the top. And sigh the breath out through your mouth. And breathing in through the nose. Holding your breath for a split second at the top, longer if you can. Exhale through the mouth, just relaxing the body. Taking a breath in through the nose. A moment of stillness at the top. Exhale through the mouth. And one more breath. Inhale through the nose. Moment of stillness at the top. Exhale through the mouth. Drop your ear to your shoulder. Roll your chin to your chest, stretching the nape of the neck to roll all the way around, keeping your posture in mind to the other ear to shoulder and back to center. Reverse your movement, ear to shoulder. Roll chin towards chest, all the way around and back to center. Let's do 2 more of those. Ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Roll around, back to the middle. Last one, ear to shoulder, chin towards chest, roll around and back to center. And just have a moment of stillness, moment of gratitude, thanking your body for what it's achieved today, feeling that heat that you've generated from your center, your solar plexus, radiating out through to the extremities of the body, crown of the head, tailbone, fingers, toes, and just bask in that heat, that warmth that you've generated, that circulation that you've generated in your body, that breath, that movement. Just naturally breathe in and out. Feel your center. And just have a moment of stillness before you get on with whatever else you have to do today. Take a breath in through the nose, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Drop the shoulders down. Relax. Inhale, shrug shoulders up. Drop shoulders down. Open the eyes, shrug shoulders up. Sigh, breathe out. Last one, shrug shoulders up. And sigh, breathe out. Well done, everybody. That's it for you today. Go through your class, pause, stop, restart, repeat your exercises. If you feel that you haven't done them right, that's why a video is so great. You can actually do everything correctly in your own time and space. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you soon. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.